We get a couple of messages from time to time saying, "Oh, would you mind sourcing us on that story and stuff?" But and I run into some of them at different functions, and people line me up at a restaurant and say, "Hey, you're Tim from the Tiger." And we talk about things, but I sort of don't really hang out with journalists or embrace all the other media and stuff. That's not really me.
Well, it's funny. I mean, I don't know if it's funny. It's interesting to think about that if you're going, again, Canada, Australia, whatever, and if you were to not allow, let's say, we have Chinese news in Canada. If you were to say, no, you can't come into this journalist, network, it would be a giant story.
Oh, sure.
So it's still interesting in Thailand, and I've heard this from, I love Thailand. I love living here, the freedom. Let's go Thailand. But as a foreigner, and I have had a friend tell me this that used to live here, that's now moved to Mexico. He said the biggest problem is, as a foreigner, unless you're married to a Thai, you could live here 20 years and then something could change and see you later, you're kicked out. But in these other countries like Nicaragua and Central America and Mexico, you can actually get residency.
Okay.
So it's a very interesting topic for people that will be choosing to be a digital nomad as we've come out of COVID-19, that if you're taking this option for residency into consideration, and that's high priority, then Thailand is not going to be a top choice for you.
Brendan, this is an interesting topic. We could talk all day about this, but Thailand is for Thais. The Thais feel that, and that is the way they want to keep it.
Which is a great thing.
Sure. And we come here as guests, and this is the box. And if you're in the box and you don't like it, then you get out of the box. But I've been here for 11 years and I feel very comfortable here. I know, as you said, that if things change for me, if I run out of cash, or off you go, you can't have a visa, you can't stay here. But it's their country if they want to make the rules. Now, as we're coming out of we're sort of into this semi-post-COVID period, and they're trying to get tourists and people and long stayers to come back, the Thai government are simply going to have to change some of the current rules if they want this to happen. Because Thailand, from a retirement point of view, is not competitive with most of the other countries around us, Malaysia, Vietnam, Philippines. So if they want to get tourists here, they've got to make it attractive. They've got to get rid of the encumbrances. It could be a visa fee. It could be the length of time that people stay. If they want to actually make people come back here, they can't just hope and then worry why people aren't coming back to visit their temples, bars and beaches. They're going to have to actively go out and say, here are some advantages why you should come back to Thailand. And we want you to come and retire here because you're going to come here not for 2 weeks, but for 365 days a year and rent a place and buy food. So they're going to have to work on this and act for it to happen. And I believe in the next 6 months, we may see some changes. You can get back in 6 months and laugh at me.
Yeah, well, they're talking about the digital nomad visa, but it's kind of seems very still up in the air.
Yeah, look, there's still a financial wall there, and there's still a skill wall. You have to have certain skills, and you've got to be in certain skill sets. So I think the idea of calling it a digital nomad visa and saying you can come to Thailand, you can stay for up to 1 year. By the way, we're going to take 10% of your revenue or some taxation thing. If you're going to work here, then we want a slice of the pie. Thank you very much. But you'll be able to stay here for a year. You'll have to do a 90-day report. That's it. They'll be flooded with people. Yeah. How many people would just like to come and sit in a cafe in Chiang Mai and trade their Bitcoin or whatever? But we'd be flooded with people. And that would be good for the Thai economy.